right? That's why I said earlier, I'm going to be the chord jester for you guys. You know, I'll play the riffs, listen to the songs, because that's what the gimmick is here. You know, our boy says, have you seen the latest Bradley Hall video where he talks about how metal/guitar YouTube has changed? What do you think about that? Interesting. Actually, no, I haven't seen it. I'll be honest, I watched like the first 10 seconds and then immediately just like turned it off. You guys want to watch that on stream together? Maybe after the song? We could definitely do that. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. We'll do that. We'll do that after the song, and then we'll get into that. Does that sound good, boys? I just want to say before we get back to the thing, our boy, Convulsions of Vamatar, sent me his CD in the package, bro. And even sent me a really nice little card, man. Hey, thank you so much, bro. I really, really appreciate it, man. That means a lot to me. I would listen to this, but I actually don't have a CD player. Don't have one on my PC, nor do I even have one in my car, actually. But, you know, I listened to it on YouTube. So, hey, thanks again, bro. I really appreciate you sending in, and I really, really appreciate that handmade note, bro. Thank you so much, man. Hell yeah. Nick Nocturnal, taking a break after doing a song with Critical was something I was not expecting. Yeah, me too. He just released that song with Critical, because that's like, you know, Critical's like YouTube royalty. You know what I mean, bro? So to do a song with him and then to call it quits, I think Nick has something big cooking up right now. I think I think he's got something big cooking up. Or like him and his wife? Girlfriend? Maybe they're trying to start a family or something. Next year, Varvis featuring Mr. Beast. Oh, buddy, dude. I'm not doing a video with the Antichrist, bro. No shot. No chance. Life Goals is bigger than YouTube at the end of the day. So good for him, honestly. Yeah, honestly, I bet. I think he just got kind of tired, and then he looked at his bank account and was just like, yeah, I don't need to make a video for like 40 years. I'm good. You know what I mean? So yeah, good for him, man. Good for him. Nothing but the best. Hope everything's good. Oh! Thank you, Steven. Oh, let's get you purple. Let's get you a riff.
Album dropped 5.
Let's get you a riff, my man. Let's get you a riff. Play a riff. I'm stealing that, bro. It's already a riff, bro. Archspire went independent, by the way. Dude, I actually think like what Archspire is doing and what they are doing in terms of marketing their band with the YouTube channel, with the personalities, make his own guitar brand. I think that's going to be like the model going forward, right? The model going forward will be you have to have yourself to market the band yourself, right? People will get attached to the personalities and then you release the music sort of thing, right? Obviously, I think Archspire is before Dean Lamb made his channel, but you can't say that Dean Lamb's channel didn't also contribute to the vast popularity of Archspire, right? And vice versa. I think it's a very symbiotic relationship, and I think it's going to be the model going forward. Let's watch this video. This was requested in the chat. Nobody super chatted for this, but I thought it'd be cool. Maybe it'll be in a YouTube video. So say hi. When is Varvis joining Relapse and then leaving out of spite? Bro, I'll sign with Relapse, get them to send all their death stuff to me, and then I'll leave. Yeah, okay, let's go. Bradley Hall talking about how metal YouTube, guitar YouTube is so dead, right? I think we all remember back in the days. K-Mac, he was huge. He'd make those short videos. Rudy would kind of do the same things. Jared Dines, he would also be doing some of the same stuff. There's a lot of classic YouTubers, but in my opinion, bro, I don't really think metal YouTube is dying. I actually think it's probably in the best place it's ever been. But let's watch what Bradley has to say. Like I said, I haven't watched this video.
Is it just me, or is guitar YouTube and metal YouTube like pretty much completely dead by this point? Like when I first started back in 2019.
Bradley Hall's only been around since 2019? Really? I'm actually surprised by that. I thought it'd been like way more. Also, I'm pretty sure Bradley Hall is making an insane amount of money off his guitar Patreon, which I am also joined, by the way. So there's like new business models going on here, and I think maybe you might see Archspire maybe move that way as well. There's a lot of interesting stuff. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
It seemed like there were tons of amazing big channels creating so much sick, original, entertaining content, like Jared Dines, Stevie T, K-Mac.
Dude, I always hated Stevie T, bro. Something about him just like rubbed me the wrong way, bro. I don't know what it is. Never liked him.
Rob Scallon, Nick Nocturnal, Rudy Ayub, Samurai Guitarist, 10-second songs, Davey 504. There was so much good shit. It's crazy. It felt like...
I was going to say, one of the favorite things I actually really liked was Rudy's series where he'd like roast local bands. Like they would send in their music for him to roast. That was one of the funniest series I've ever seen, for sure.
So what the bloody hell happened? Like a few of those...
Okay. Bro, I love Bradley Hall. I can't stand to listen people talk their mouth, or people eat on camera. I'm gonna skip it if he does that again. That's just me being weird. Okay, but what are we talking about in terms of quality? Like, what does he mean? Like funny quality, just the amount of videos? Because hello, I don't know what that was. Okay, but you know what I mean? Like, what is he talking about quality here? Because in my opinion, the metal documentary scene, like the fan-made metal documentaries that are out right now that came out in maybe like the last 2 years or so, of actually just going crazy. Like there's that, I can't remember any of the channel names, but there's one, they have like the purple, you know what I mean? They have like the purple thumbnails. Downfall Network, he's going crazy with the documentaries. Like there's a lot of really, really cool, interesting stuff about metal history. But I think maybe Bradley's more talking about, you know, the creative, fun musical side, you know, like Jared Dines would do like the Gent collabs, all these like fun, short, like minute-long videos of like weird things. Is that kind of what he's talking about here? I'm just confused. What do you guys think?
They're still going, I guess, but most of them have either like.
The pandemic was a temporal vortex. Oh, buddy, just absolute like time obliterator. Right? Crazy. He eats the whole time and chewing sounds got to me. I'm glad it's not just me, bro. Glad it's not just me. It's the sounds too. I don't care. Like looking at you, don't care. Do I have autism? I'd rather not answer that.
Quit, like retired, or just let their channels deteriorate.
Yeah, Metal School, Josh. That's another great one. Yes.
Of their former selves. When scrolling my homepage these days, I very rarely see a video that like instantly jumps out and makes me think, oh yeah, I really want to watch that. That looks intriguing. Very rarely. Now it's just like a barrage of cringe reaction videos of like the latest songs, NPC commentary videos on the latest drama that everyone would have forgotten about probably. By like.
I feel called out right now. Okay, I agree. But I don't think that's on creators. I think that's actually on YouTube itself. Let's look at my YouTube homepage here as well. Because what he's talking about is totally true. It's all just like drama slop videos. You know, I'm guilty. I click on these, like I watch them, right? Oh, bro, like Coolio, he's popping off. Dude, like there's a lot of really great channels. Metal Pilgrim does good stuff. Burnt, right? I don't know about you guys, man, but I think it's just YouTube's algorithm right now is just completely ass. Like not only is like search actually just completely broken, but like the recommendations we got are completely shit too. Like, bro, it's hard for me to find something that I like now. I gotta like refresh it like 4 or 5 times because, you know, God forbid I'd like think for myself, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. But I don't know, like I agree with him, but I don't agree with the root cause of creators and the scene just getting stale. I think it's more of a site-wide problem.
You know, the next month, low effort guitar lesson videos that really just exist to try and sell you extremely overpriced courses, gear review videos, try to convince you that the latest big AmpSim plugin is definitely, absolutely 100% unique and very different compared to all the other countless ones on the market, right?
Okay, that's fair. I think that's totally fair. I think that's a very fair criticism. Let me read this here. I like Banger TV series from a couple years ago, like the guitar and drum contest. I don't know what they're up to now. The only stuff I've ever seen for Banger TV come up in my recommendations is like a odd album review every once in a while. They're interesting. They're like a show and a channel. I never see their stuff. I don't know how they like afford to keep up. YouTube Premium. Okay, Mr. Moneybags. Bro, let me tell you this right now, Daniel. I didn't have YouTube Premium until I got an ad for the gay test, and then I immediately exited that video, went and bought YouTube Premium, and it's been like 5 years ever since. I just can't do it. I've been on YouTube for like 15 years, and the last year and a half, I've been having to block channels nonstop from all the slop that gets recommended. Yes, bro, yes, exactly. There's just so much slop getting recommended because I don't know, YouTube algorithms, this is the way it works right now. I think it's just that there always be more of the type of content that's easier to make for obvious reasons. Yes, absolutely. And I think a lot of these drama slop content channels, like I'm not trying to accuse anybody here, but I think it's really quite easy to, you know, throw in a prompt in the ChatGPT, edit the script, and then just, you know, regurgitate it out. But yeah, let's see what else Bradley has to say.
Maybe it's just me, but when I watch YouTube, right, I want to see something fun. I want to see cool, original ideas brought to life. That's it. That's what I want. Where's the creativity at, Liza?
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, like there's a difference between, you know, what I do on YouTube, right? You know, reacting with my wife and breaking and picking apart songs. That's not really like creative stuff. That's like reactive stuff. Like even, you know, my deep dives on songs, right? I'm reacting and analyzing something that already exists. I'm not really creating anything new, I suppose. But I don't know. How many times can I watch like the heaviest breakdown ever made? How many times can I watch like the biggest gent, you know, breakdowns of all time? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know. Okay, let's keep going.
You know, YouTube definitely demands a lot from you these days compared to back in the day.
I like Sam Dunn's work. He's a bit of a boomer, but he's cool. Sam Dunn is a pretty big boomer. But like his original documentary, what was that called? Like the big history where he tried to categorize metal. I think that was one of the first times I've ever really experienced the true true autistic side of the metal genre, miasma. The gay test, it knows something. Well, you know, what can I say? To be honest, I mostly listen to vids right now. I think that's another thing too. Like a lot of people, including me, right? You put a video on like your second monitor or like your headphones or something like that, or like your AirPods, and then you go do the dishes, or you play a game while you're watching a video. Like how many times you like sit down and just like purposefully watch a video, I guess. Your deep dives are original content. I appreciate that, Mantis, but it's not, you know, creating something new, right? It's reacting and analyzing existing stuff, I guess. I think that's what Bradley's trying to say.
Edit it, upload it, and collect the AdSense money. That's it. Like, fucking easy, right? But now, you know, you also have...
Nick Beato? I assume you mean Richard Beato. He's the GOAT, though. Definitely his videos entirely inspired my channel, for sure. 100%. Rick Beato's channel. I love his channel. He is a huge boomer, though, but his deep dive on Them Bones by Alice in Chains, like, completely changed the way I look at music, for sure. That was a crazy one.
Have to worry about shorts, optimizing video titles and thumbnails, keeping your community engaged.
But I appreciate the compliment there, Josh.
You know, quite a bit lower than it used to be. So for a lot of creators, it's essential to have some form of business or businesses on the side, you know, to supplement the income so you can pay bills, you know. So yeah, it's no doubt more difficult than it used to be, for sure. But it's also not really that difficult to avoid burnout, right? If you're a normal, sensible human being, despite what you may hear.
Holy based. I don't think I've ever heard someone express his opinion in real life. Incredibly based, Brad. Holy shit. Oh, Julius! Woo!
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all
Julius!
about.
Julius Mayberry sent 9.99 blood host, Darko. This is their most riff-filled track and is from their latest work. Love this whole album's writing and chaos.
Just for that, bro, requesting Darko, I'll bust out the 7-string and I'll give you the riff. Thank you so much for the 10 bones. Thank you so much, my man. I'll put it in the queue.
Spreading yourself too thin over like too many different projects or something. But unfortunately, I think many creators are like...
Is he eating SpaghettiOs? No, he's eating beans, bro. He's eating beans, bro. Beans. Because he's British and they love beans, I guess. To be fair, he's not talking about metal YouTubers. He's more talking about guitar YouTubers. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess, like, you know, those guys he mentioned, Rob Scallion, Rudy, Jared Dines, like, those are all, you know, primarily, yeah, guitar tubers. You're totally right. Convulsion said... Varvis, you're the most metal YouTuber I know of. Ah, thanks, bro. I appreciate it, but I don't think I am.
Too stubborn and or too dumb to realize this and to make practical changes before it gets too late. So they just, you know, they bang their head against the wall until they completely burn out and it's too late. And it's like, yeah. I know it's just been a bit of a hot topic recently. Oh.
Jesus Christ,
with,
Brad.
Nick taking an indefinite hiatus.
By the way, say hi to YouTube, boys. I'm definitely going to edit this into a video later. Haha. We're slop tubing it up, boys. We're slop tubing it up. Doing the exact problem he's saying in the video. I do like this opinion, though, that I was going to say before Julius super chatted here. I don't think I've ever heard anybody sort of express that in real life about avoiding burnout. Like, it's easy to avoid burnout. Unless, like, you know, you have to grind every single day for your livelihood. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have any other, you know, ways to think. Like, say if YouTube was my only source of income, right? I would probably be streaming every single day and be making videos every single day, and that would burn me out. Like, I experienced burnout myself, and I learned the lesson hard. This is when I made, I think it was when I made that 2 hour and like 12 minutes on the 3 Unforgiven songs. Like, I grinded so hard on that I just completely burnt myself out. And as a result, my content suffered because I was just kind of tired of it. So I'm like, okay, you can't be doing that anymore. Like, you have to, like you said, your body is telling you signs that it's not enjoying this. You know what I mean? Yo, Ryan, what's up, bro? What's up? There's only so much you can do on a guitar on a weekly basis. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, does he expect... How many times can we hear sweeps done? How many times can we hear, like, you know, 8-string guitars? You know what I mean? Bro, slop to boo, Daniel. Yeah, because you actually talk about the appreciation of the genre in a more in-depth way. Yeah, that's kind of what's the thing. I'm like, you know, Rick Beato, he only does rock songs. I'm like, okay, well, I want to explain my appreciation for metal as, like, a true art form. That's sort of why I make those deep dive videos. You know what I mean? I would consider deep dives as kind of essays, which in my mind are totally valid as a form of original content. You bring something new. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that, boys. I appreciate that. I think the YouTube algorithm algorithm encourages burnout. Honestly, if you're not uploading consistently, you vanish from people's feeds. Absolutely, bro. I don't think I've uploaded video besides the one I uploaded this morning for like a week and a half, and you can definitely notice it in your views.
It's quite obvious to me, I guess, that the last few months of his output, he was much less invested in what he was doing compared to normal. When you've been doing, he seems like he's created himself into a corner where like only like the reaction videos of the latest big song release, like what gets decent views now, which is probably a pretty horrible situation to be in, to be honest. But also,
Brad, bro, come on, man. But I do agree, like, how many times can you listen to the heaviest breakdown of all time, you know what I mean, by this brand new deathcore band, you know what I mean? Like, totally agree.
He does seem to have lost the plot a bit recently, over the past year or so, in 2 years. There was some like insanely dumb drama between him and Skylimit a while back, which I won't go into. All I can say on that is
oh, really? I had no idea what that was about. I'm not gonna find that out now, but that's interesting. I had no idea, but he was even in drama. But you could definitely tell. Like, I think I noticed it myself when he was redoing like the heaviest drop D riffs of all time. Like, oh, okay, he's going back and like remaking some of his older content, which, my channel's only been around for like a year and a half. I've actually considered redoing some of my older videos because I could just do them so much better now. But, that's sort of besides the point. Julia says, I agree that your vids are original and slop is necessary in YouTube to stay in the algorithm. Yeah, that's sort of why, I have like the Normie Wife Reacts slop videos. I try to balance it out, right? I have my super effort, try hard deep dives and then slop like this video that's going to come out.
Anyway, I know I'm far from perfect. I've definitely made less than ideal compromises as part of my YouTube journey. I had a phase last year, given the whole reaction. I can't have any more of these, fucking I feel sick. I tried the whole reaction commentary shtick. I've taken crappy sponsorship deals, which I didn't really believe in, when I needed the extra $1. I've regurgitated old ideas, many times when I was struggling to come up with something new. We've all been there.
You know what's funny, boys? I was actually offered Better Health sponsorship like a couple months ago, and I just said no. You know why? Because I'm just like, it's not worth pissing off, the audience that I have, for like $400. You know what I mean? Now, if it was like 10 grand, money talks, money talks. Jeff Lewis says, I just saw your short about earplugs, and I couldn't agree more. People who don't wear earplugs click on the gay test ads. Bro, those guys failed the gay test. Semi-gayity, as a famous guitarist would said. The algorithm is an unpredictable beast. I think that's good. You don't want, you wouldn't really want there to be like a meta that people can find out. You know what I mean?
But throughout all of this, I've always tried to be doing something fresh and original, at least 90% of the time, right? And like, my favorite channels these days are ones who are still, obviously super creative and invested and have a lot of passion in the content they're making, without worrying too much about appeasing the YouTube algorithmic overlords and whatnot. Dean Lamb, Ola England, Farvan, Uncle Judy, man, I fucking love those guys. They all crack me the fuck up, and I massively respect that they just kind of do.
Dude, Dean Lamb and Ola, man, I think they're actually the GOATs right now. Those guys are just killing it. And coincidentally, both of them are now heads of guitar companies. The Normie White videos are fun and harmless. The editing still takes effort. I wouldn't beat yourself up for putting out less creative content. Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciated that. Hopefully, I wouldn't say I was like self-conscious about it, but I was sort of like purity spiraling. Like, I just want my channel to just be the only, super high effort, great, the best video quality, the best essays I could do. And then I'm like, this will be a fun video. And then it blows up and it's now the most watched video on my channel. So I'm like, well, that was dumb. It doesn't really matter. I remember when you started the Normie Wife Reacts, I was kind of jealous. I wanted to do something similar with my girlfriend at the time, not for YouTube. Obviously tried to some stuff that she may like, but she never really cared that much. Anyways, I'm not with her anymore. Well, man, I'm sorry to hear that. But next time, put a camera in front of her so she's forced to sit there and entertain you. People who get angry at running ads or shading companies are cringe. Like, I don't walk through the guys at McDonald's and go, do you know that you're supporting imperialism working here? Yeah, no, totally. I agree, Budafuka. But, Better Health, it's like one of those things, like, bro, like, I mental health is very, very important. It's like physical and mental health have to go hand in hand. Like, so I just didn't want to mess with that. And, like, could I have used like the $400 or whatever it was they're offering me? Of course. You know what I mean? Of course, that'd help pay some bills, especially it's like US, but it's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. Again, though, like I said, Better Help, if you want to offer like 10 grand, I'm definitely in. I'm in, bro. I'm in. No Varvis shout out by Brad. Bro is falling off. Dude, I'm pissed, bro. Dude, I'm pissed. Brad, Brad and I are beefing now from now on.
And let's not forget old Jared Dines. So even though he still uses YouTube like it's like 2018 still, you know, I've got huge respect for Jared. Like for the Musician Mansion series, you know, it took some serious balls, some sizable cojones to get something like that off the ground, and I fucking loved it. It was so sick.
Totally agree, man. Totally agree. Musician Mansion. Great show. Too bad the algorithm buried it for me. I saw episode 1, saw episode 2, and then I didn't see any of it. I had to actually like actively go look for it. Why was this buried? Super high effort productions, crazy music, lots of cool people. I don't get it, man. Like YouTube algorithm is just so strange sometimes. Buddha Focus says not take the bag. People work at guilt-free at health insurance companies. That's a great point, man. That's a great point. I don't know. For me personally, I'm just not taking any dollars from BetterHelp. You know what I mean? But, you know, if, you know, Raid Shadow Legends comes knocking, hey, you best believe I'm shilling out for Raid Shadow Legends, buddy. Woo! Let's go.
I think I saw that he unfortunately might be doing a 3rd season, which is a shame. I guess due to like the financial burden, I think, which sucks. But I hope he'll find a way to bring it back because it's really that sort of thing that I think the community really needs. And I think if I was him in his position, I would definitely focus less on like the big, over-the-top, you know, American-style production value and like, you know, all that sort of stuff, which I don't really think it's needed, you know, and just focus more on like, you know, the cast and the concept. So yeah, I think it'd be pretty sick to make it a bit more like candid and YouTubey instead of trying to make it into some sort of like, you know, big-ass US TV show, which I don't really think it's needed, right? So yeah.
That was true. That was true. I you know, I wasn't really vibing that hard with like, yeah, totally agree with like the US reality show editing. I feel like he could have done just as well, if not better, you know, making more, you know, off the cuff. I wouldn't say like vlog style videos about it, but something like that. Something like that. Virus face jump scare. Holding off that NordVPN bag. Dude, NordVPN, hit me up. NordVPN, hit me up. Just no mental health stuff. I just don't want to talk about it. Dude, I've heard the Raid bag is huge. Absolutely zero judgment for shilling there. Bro, I'll even play a little bit of Raid Shadow Legends for the bag, bro. I don't care. The only game I will never advertise for is League of Legends, bro. Fuck that game. That game legit is like as bad for you as a crippling, maybe not crippling. I would say like a mild hard drug addiction for sure. Okay.
Well, lastly, to cap off all of this first world nonsense that I've been ranting on about for God knows how long, I'd like to ask you guys, what are some of your favorite smaller up-and-coming channels? Because I'd like to do a video soon like shouting out some of my favorites, and I'd love to have some extra ones included that maybe I don't know about that you guys suggest. That'd be sick. Because, you know, just like with bands, I think it's really important to not only give attention to all the big names, right, but to also support smaller names and help give them a leg up, you know, because they're the future and whatnot. Yeah, so comment your favourite down below. Let's say channels that are like smaller than, I don't know, 100k in like either the guitar or the metal or rock realm, I suppose. And I'll check them out. Cheers, guys. Thanks.
I actually had a friend, a YouTuber friend, he sent me a screenshot of somebody commented my channel on the video. So whoever did that, bro, shout out to him. Really appreciate that. So I know I'm down there, but we'll take a look right now just to feed the ego, bro. You know, I gotta feed the ego a little before we get back to the messages. You League of Legends, bro. I was a League of Legends addict for like 12 years, bro. Insane. LOL has a more toxic community than Tool. Oh, buddy. Buddy, is it ever? Probably like as toxic as Pantera fans. Mantis says, I'm going to the video comments to shout you out. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. YouTube in general feels more boring now. Oh, yeah, I totally agree with that. I think I said that earlier. Beans sell, but who's buying? Bro, Beans... Art Guitar and Signal's music 2 channels. Art Guitar is based. I love Art Guitar. But yeah, I think in general... I agree with Brad for the most part. Your spoon holding technique is straight out of an AI video. Oh yeah, look at this. Another guy who feels my pain. I don't know. I'm not. Someone send me a screenshot of somebody else posted me on here. It wasn't me, but so I really appreciate whoever did that. And if you are indeed that person, send me an email. I'd like to thank you personally, man. Thank you for doing that. But yeah, so say goodbye, YouTube guys. This will be part of the video here. But I think in general, man, I think Bradley is spot on. There definitely seems to be some sort of like malaise going on here with YouTube in general. I don't know if it's because of short form content or just burnout. Like another thing is like, yeah, like how many videos can you make of just playing guitar riffs? Like how many guitar covers can you do? Like, you know, was pretty impressive back in the day. Yeah, you know, it's just like, you just have to be even more creative now than you were previously, and that's just harder. But to say that, like, there's metal YouTube is so, you know, fucking dead, which, of course, I know he does just, like, clickbait you into watching the video, of course, right? But, I don't know, man, to me, I think, like... the metal side of YouTube is like popping off bigger than ever. Maybe not in terms of like, you know, breakdown compilations and heaviest guitar riffs of all time videos, but in terms of, you know, metal histories and metal, you know, deep dives and stuff like that. Like there's so many bands doing this stuff. Oh man. There's one channel that I don't think gets enough love at all. Yeah, this guy right here. Aiden Holm. This guy makes incredible videos, and his stuff just gets buried in the algorithm. This guy makes really, really great videos. He's done one on the Randy Rhodes one is really good. His one on Chuck Schuldiner was also really good. I learned a lot of that. His Alexi Leho one was really good. So guys, go check out this guy's channel. Oh, you can't even see. I'm on the small screen. There we go. Yeah, go check out this guy's channel. You know, I'm looking at it. You know, maybe his like banner and his thumbnails could be better, but it's like everything has to just be so hyper optimized now, and I think maybe that's what's causing with Brad, right? Like your thumbnails have to be like 10 out of 10 the best. Like your titles have to be insane. You have to split test. You know, gone are the days where you could just upload whatever with like a screen grab of the video and have it sort of blow up, right? That's just not the way YouTube works anymore. People sort of figured out the meta. But in my mind, right, it's not just solely a metal YouTube problem. It's more of like a site-wide, maybe you would even say like Google-wide problem. Like you search anything on Google and it's just terrible. I don't know. Yeah. So leave your opinions down in the comments, boys. I'd be so curious to hear it. And okay. Well, that was a nice little detour. If you guys want to watch any other videos like that, I'm definitely down to do that. That's very cool, very interesting. But let's get back to the music here, boys. Let's get back to the music.